I used to believe that experience was the best teacher, that you had to feel the fire before you could understand the burn, walk through storms in order to appreciate the sun, and lose yourself just to know the pain of finding your way back. But over time, life has a way of proving you wrong. Some lessons don't need your scars. Certain warnings don't require your tears. Not every path has to be walked just to confirm it leads to destruction. Simply put, you don't need to drink the whole ocean to realize it's salty. For instance, I had a friend once. She was in love with a man who never chose her. Yet despite everything, she stayed, convincing herself that one day maybe he'd change. Someday he'd see her worth. Perhaps he'd love her back the way she deserved. Unfortunately, that one day never came. Instead, she lost herself piece by piece, doubting, apologizing, shrinking, until the girl I once knew became a stranger to her own reflection. At first, I didn't understand. People want her, and in turn, I want her. She looked at me and said, "You won't understand. You don't understand." And I thought maybe she was right. Perhaps I didn't. Maybe love was different for everyone. However, that changed when I became her. Yeah, I became her. One day I found myself excusing red flags, drowning in false hopes, holding on to words that never turned into actions. I kept sipping from a bitter cup, telling myself the test would change. But guess what? It never did. And guess what? I became the girl I want. That's when I learned. Crashing isn't necessary to know the road is slippery. Being broken isn't required to understand the weight of pain. Loving someone who doesn't love you back isn't proof that you have a heart. Because the truth is, real love doesn't demand suffering as a proof of its existence. And beyond love, this lesson applies to life. I've seen people lose themselves chasing approval, wearing masks so often that they forgot what their real faces looked like. I told myself, not me, I know who I am. Yet somehow I woke up one day and realized I had become exactly what I saw I wouldn't. That wrong crowd, that bad decision, that situation I should have walked away from. I saw others fall, yet still I stepped forward thinking maybe my story will be different. But the reality is, pain doesn't write itself just because you wish it would. A broken heart feels the same no matter how strong you thought you were, and the consequences, they don't care about your intentions. So now I listen. At this point I watch. From here on, I believe wisdom when it whispers rather than waiting for experience to scream. At the end of the day, I've learned. Drowning isn't required to understand the ocean is deep. Touching the flame isn't needed to believe in fire. Walking a broken road isn't necessary to confirm it leads nowhere. You don't need to drink the whole ocean to realize it's salty. You don't. So if you hear me, if my words make your heart stop for even a second, if you're standing at the edge of a decision and wondering if you should ignore the warning signs, don't. Because in the end, certain mistakes you don't have to make just to understand. Some pain you don't have to feel just to believe. Certain wisdom you can take now, rather than waiting for scars to teach you the hard way. And trust me, you'll be better off for it. Trust me, you don't need to drink the whole ocean to realize it's salty.